Hi everyone, my name is Honey Denson and I'm going to be your guide for this class. Welcome to English 1020. This is an online course, and just to let y'all know, I've been teaching online classes for 10 years now, so I'm very familiar with what it's like to teach this course, but I also took some online classes when I was in grad school, so I've been an online student before. So I understand that it can be a little bit different, actually a lot different than taking a face-to-face class. So everything that we do is going to be done through D2L. I just want to show you how I personally set things up. I try to make it as user-friendly as possible for all of you. All of you, I think, are MTSU students or have been for a while, so hopefully you're familiar with D2L. On the home page right here, every week I will make an announcement. Sometimes I'll make extra announcements if I see something that I think would be helpful for y'all. In your first assignment for this class, I actually asked, is there anything that you would like me to cover that maybe like some scholarship writing or resume writing or something like that? Anything extra I'll probably put here in that newsfeed for those of you who would like some of that information. I'm more than happy to do that. But let's get to how this course is set up and how you can find things, how you do your assignments, and most importantly, how do you get an A in this class? So I put the assignments in several places. As always, they'll show up in the calendar, the course calendar here, and usually you can just click on those and it will take you directly to that Dropbox. So your very first assignment right here, you can just click on it and it will send you to it. But I will also every week use the checklist function. This is going to be just bare bones things that you can do week one assignment. So there's a discussion, and I call them asynchronous assignments. So for your asynchronous assignments, most weeks you're going to have two. This is the first week, and it was not even a full week of school, and so you only have one. Also, during the weeks where you have major assignments due, like your annotated bibliography, your research paper, things like that, you only have one to do because I like to give you that extra time to actually complete and work on your papers. So for week one, there are just two things that I'm asking you to do. Neither one of them is very taxing, so hopefully it won't take up a whole lot of your time as you kind of get into the swing and rhythm of everything with the new semester. But if you notice, like in week two, I have, that's actually your discussion, the name of your discussion board for that week. And then you have two asynchronous assignments. So every week you'll have at least one discussion board, one asynchronous assignment, mostly two. And I build in all the readings and videos for the class within the assignments. Like every now and then there might be an extra reading or video that I would like for you to watch. But most of them I just try to build in directly to the assignments. So when you go to the assignments, it will have a link to what you need to read in order to complete the assignment or watch in order to complete the assignment, just to keep it simple. You can also find all this information in the content tab. So I'll get to the syllabus in just a second. But if you look under the schedule, I have each week listed. And so you can go there as well and look for the different assignments and complete them that way. Also just have some extra information for you there, just some tidbits and helps for like D2L resources, helpful links, things like that. So feel free to peruse through some of that. I'm actually still adding a few documents to this, so by the end of the week, everything will be completely uploaded. But let's get started with the syllabus because I know that that's a big part of it. Oh, before we get there, instructor information, that's me. Just welcome to class. You can find out just a little bit about me. I also told a little bit about myself within the discussion board. It has my contact info there, honey.denson@mtsu.edu. That is my home phone number or my cell number. So you can call me at that number and you can text me at that number as well. And it's mentioned in the syllabus, but I'll go ahead and mention it here. I do have several children. My youngest is only 3 months old. And I also teach a 7 a.m. class at Siegel High School here in Murfreesboro. So I usually go to bed fairly early. So I usually say you can call or text me between the hours of 7 and 9. Now, I do have that 7 o'clock class in the morning, so if I'm in class, obviously I'm not going to answer the phone. But let's say you have an emergency, you try to turn in your paper, it's 11:58 and it's just not uploading. Just shoot me a text, a quick email, something. We'll deal with it in the morning. So, I mean, I did have a student one time. She texted me at 11:15 and then at 11:30 I was in bed. And she panicked and called me at 11:40 at night, and I had forgotten to silence my phone or turn on that feature that, like, anyway. So I groggily answer the phone, and I'm like, we will deal with this in the morning. I'm pretty lenient if something happens. Like, I know D2L can just not work right. It happens. It's happened to me. One time D2L changed all the due dates for one of my assignments. I didn't do it. D2L did. It was so annoying. Things happen. So if something happens the night you're supposed to turn in an assignment, as I said, just shoot me a quick message saying, hey, I tried to upload stuff and it just wasn't working, or something went out, something happened. We'll deal with it in the morning. I'm going to be fine with that. Just as long as I have communication from you on the front end, I'm more than happy to work with you if something goes wrong. But just real quick, so these are my children. Sorry, message just popped up. So the baby, I have teenagers, as you can see, and a 3-month-old. So I do really value and cherish my sleep. So if you don't hear from me right away, it's because I'm in bed and I will get back to you as soon as possible. But that being said, feel free to contact me anytime. Guys, as I mentioned, I've been teaching online classes for, this is 10 years now, going on 10 years. When I signed up to teach online classes, I fully recognize that I have students that have schedules that are not quote unquote normal. Like maybe you're taking an online class because you work full time and you're trying to squeeze in school and work at the same time. Maybe you're a what they call non-traditional student. Kind of hate that term. And you have a family and you're trying to do work like in between kids napping or your job too, or whatever it is. So I fully get that. I always get messages from students or phone calls that start with, I'm so sorry to disturb you, but you're not disturbing me. So please feel free to contact me. As I said, I might not be able to get to you right away because I do teach some face-to-face courses, and I have children that seem to be involved in every single activity that you can imagine. But I promise you, I'll get back to you within that day and we will work on whatever it is. And if grace needs to be given to give you extra time on an assignment, we can do that. So your syllabus real quick, I'm not going to like read over every single little bit of it because that would be, tedious for both you and me, but I know you can go look at it on your own. It's right there where I showed you under the Getting Started syllabus and contact information. So there's my stuff. This is English 1020. This is where we're going to be working on research and argumentative writing. Oops, sorry, that scrolled way too fast. So basically, it's the basic stuff. Make sure that you're opening up you're uploading your assignments. We're going to ask for a file upload in a Word document or PDF file. If you are a dual enrollment student, because we do sometimes have dual enrollment students take the online courses, please do not use your school's Word program, Microsoft Office program, because I can't open those. So make sure that you are actually uploading it as a Word file or a PDF. Let's see here. Again, demonstrate that academic integrity. It's really easy to plagiarize this day and age. I'm actually usually pretty decent at catching it after being in education for almost 20 years. But depending on the situation, like maybe let's say we're going to be working with citations and directly quoted material. Say you accidentally forget to include a citation. We can work with that. But if it's blatantly plagiarized, I will probably either ask you to redo the assignment or you will receive a 0 in it. Just be respectful, especially in the discussion boards. I kind of have a post about that, so just read through that. I promise that I will keep up with your readings, provide a safe classroom space. If I see someone in the discussion boards who's not being very nice, you will hear from me and potentially have to either redo those discussion posts or receive a 0. So just be aware of that. We don't really have any class cancellations or inclement weather procedures, so we don't have that. Writing Center, use it to the best. I mean, they are fantastic. If you're struggling with something and you just want someone else to get a second pair of eyes on it, do that. Reasonable accommodations for students with disabilities. Guys, there's no shame in it. My oldest had autism and ADHD, and he had IEPs, and my husband has ADD. It's fine. I mean, get the accommodations if you need them and let me know, and I'm more than happy to work with you. I've had several students need accommodations in the past, and we've worked through them. So each asynchronous assignment is worth 5 points. The discussion boards are worth 5 points. You get 3 points for your initial post, 3 points for your initial post and then a point each for your peer replies. I don't work on a big point scale, as you can see. So each point is extremely important. Major assignments and their points. The way these work is so your proposal, you will turn in a rough draft to the discussion boards during the week where we will do peer reviews, and I will assign 2 people to peer review your paper. You actually get 5 points for the proposal, rough draft, 5 points for participating in the peer review. Your first copy that you turn into me is worth 5 points. And if it's dead letter perfect, I might give you the revision points. But if I feel like it's a little bit off, we still need to work on it a little bit, you will be asked to revise it. You have a week to revise it, and then you can earn those revision points. I'm a big fan of the process of writing. So I make it really easy to make A's on papers if you just follow the steps and complete the work. Most people get A's and even full credit on all of their papers, because I'm a firm believer that your best writing's not necessarily done during the first draft. You need to do that second draft and do revisions and whatnot in order to perfect it. So no writer's first draft is great. My husband loves to, whenever I have to write anything, he's like, ooh, let me look at it, because he loves finding mistakes in my work because I make mistakes. And so it's really important to make sure that we're concentrating on the process rather than just solely on the end product. So that's the way that works. Just participate. It can be a little bit fast-paced, but I am here if you need anything whatsoever. So just let me know. This is the course calendar. It is subject to change because sometimes I might feel like, you know what, we're really struggling with something. Let's take a little bit extra time to work on this. So even though I have most of the assignments uploaded to D2L, I might change 1 or 2 of them. So don't work too far. I have actually date restrictions put on everything, but try not to work too far ahead because I might wind up changing an assignment if I feel like we need a little bit more time in it. So I include the links for the stuff, but the links for the readings are actually included within the assignment. So when you open up that Dropbox, it will have the link for the reading and then your instructions for how to complete the assignment. So feel free to peruse through all of the different assignments that we're going to be doing. I know it looks like a lot. I use the online textbook, so you don't have to buy anything for the class, which is fantastic, I feel like, for y'all, because it saves money. And so the links for all your reading. So it looks like a lot of links, but that is taking the place of chapters in a textbook. So don't get overwhelmed when you see all of that. I'm trying to make sure that y'all aren't paying $70 for a textbook that we probably honestly wouldn't use that much. So feel free to look through it, see if you have any questions. During week 11, we will actually do conferences, so you won't have any work that week. So that will be nice for you. It'll just be a checkup as we are going to be in the middle of like the heaviest part of our research writing. So I like to always give students a week where they can just kind of take a break, work on their research paper, and just do a quick 10-minute conference with me. We will do them over Zoom or phone, whichever one you would prefer. And we'll go over the times and when we'll do that when we get just a little bit closer. So, and every now and then I will do some video updates for you. So just be on the lookout for those. Just notice up here, you can also find assignments if you just go to the Dropbox or discussion. You can just click on those as well. And I always keep the grades up. So you can look to see if you're missing anything quite easily. I also send out reminders if students are missing papers. So I'm looking forward to a great semester. If you need anything, don't hesitate to contact me. I am here whenever you need me.